Good morning from Whistle Stop Models. It is Saturday, and I am going to unload the printers in one of the printer rooms today. This is one room I have. We have 15 printers in this room, and they're all Saturn 3s, except for one Saturn 4. It's the only Saturn 4 I have right now. I am adding more Saturn 4s in the future. It is a really nice printer. But I work a regular job along with running 30 printers that I have my son to help me with. I couldn't do it without him. And then my wife and my daughter also package and do shipments for us. Let's see, there's a load of cell towers. So at night, when I come home from work, we get printers going. My son usually has them going either at bedtime or sometime in the middle of the night. I often wake up and I reset printers upstairs. We have printers downstairs as well. And this is where his room is, and he takes care of those. But I'll reset these 15 up here if they're all running. Right now there's only about 13 running. Let's see. Those are wrought iron fences. Those are some doors, garage doors and stuff. Let's see what's on this printer. And you can see that most of them print flawlessly. Every now and then it runs with problems, and then we shut those off, try to get them figured out what we need to do. These are trailer steps sets that come with the mobile homes. As I was saying, oil storage tanks. Really like the oil storage tanks. They sell a lot. It takes a lot of time. So we run about 2 to 3 batches a day, at least 2 batches a day, every single day. C&O station and tower. There's a printer that's not working. It needs a new screen. I'm pretty sure that's what the problem is with it. And there's 12-foot chain link fences. Wow, here's a batch of sanding towers. We've sold a rash of these. It's funny how sometimes one item will just start selling a lot of, and right now we're in that with the sanding towers. We've sold like 7 of them in the last week. Usually, we sell them steady, but not a whole bunch in 1 week like that. So it's kind of odd. Sometimes the same item we just sell over and over, and it happens a lot. It's not just a one-time thing that, oh, this one item sold a lot this week. We'll get a lot of runs where we sell the same item over and over and over, and I really don't understand how that happens. It could be something with Google and how it's advertising stuff, I guess. I don't know. That's HO scale 8-foot wrought iron fences. Only had the second failure I've ever had on the Saturn 4 last night. I come in here to reset a couple of printers before I went to bed, and this was halfway through printing and there was nothing on the plate. It only printed just a very thin layer and did not attach to the plate, but this is a cell tower. Unfortunately, with the Saturn 4, you can't set it to drain the resin. So I got another thing I have to do with it where I just let it drain off into a tray. And then I recycle the resin out of it. That's the only bad thing about the Saturn 4. You see on the Saturn 3s, I can set the item up, tip it on its side, put the tray back on there, and all the resin run off the side. It's really a nice setup on the Saturn 3s. Quonset huts. These sell good all the time. So we run 3 at a time on a printer. See what's on this printer. More of those doors. That one there is a failure. It did not stick to the plate. But I knew this printer needed to be re-leveled, so that's the problem with it. I just need some of those to test out. And the last printer in this room is sets of dump trucks. And the dump trucks are these two-part sets where one dump truck has a bed up dumping and one dump truck has a bed down. So if you're doing a street repair scene, one can be unloading gravel or asphalt, while the other one's waiting in line to be the next one to do it. Well, you might think, how efficient are these printers? How much electricity do they use? It seems like a lot of printers going in here, so I probably got a really high electric bill. Well, this is an old bedroom, and it's on a 15 amp circuit. It's on a 15 amp circuit with another bedroom that is actually no longer a bedroom. It is our bunny room because we have 2 bunnies and 3 chinchillas of my daughter's. The bunnies are my wife's. But anyway, this is tied in with another room, so it's 2 bedrooms on this one circuit. It's a 15 amp circuit, and we never, ever have a problem with circuits tripping. So I put a watt meter on on a 3D printer running one time. I'll pick one of the bunnies. Hi, bunny. And a printer maxes out at around 85 to 90 watts. So they're very efficient. They don't use much power. I'll show you what I do with this Saturn IV to get it to drain. So we use these baking trays like this for commercial baking trays. They're the 30 by 40 trays. And I got the screens on so stuff can drain out of them. So for the Saturn IVs, I bring the product over here, set it on the side. All the resin will drain into the tray. And then after this sets for a little bit, we'll take it into the alcohol cleaning area. And after we unload the tray, I will then drain the resin out of the tray and reuse the resin after I filter it, make sure there's no little parts in it. But yeah, this was a game changer idea to start using these trays, because we was using whatever we could find just to put stuff on. But you can tell after I unload 15 printers, this tray is going to be a heaping mound of parts. So it doesn't take long to fill these up. And then where we have the alcohol cleaning, we have racks on the wall. Well, we can slide these trays in for our to be clean trays and our finished cleaning trays. And then the finished cleaning trays go to the curing station. And if the weather's nice, our curing station can be outside in the sun. The sun works tremendously well on curing the parts. It works better than any UV light setup. So as long as the sun is out, it can be overcast, slightly overcast, and the outside sunlight still works better than UV lights. But on a good clear day with the sun shining, the parts cure so well in the sunlight. I highly suggest anybody that does 3D printing with resin and wanting to cure stuff, set it out in the sun. If you got a back deck like I got, build yourself a rack out there or a place to set the stuff, even on the handrail. That's why I started out setting it on the handrail. And it will cure so much better than it will under UV lights. Anyway, that's the basic setup for one of the printing areas. Most of the printers are in the basement. This is only 15 printers, and looks like there's 3 of them that I need to have repairs done on right now. 1, 2, no, just 2. 2 and 1 needs to be re-leveled. So actually everything's running pretty good right now. Have a good day.